is a subject in which discusses about coordinating all functions and how effectively an operation or how raw materials are converted into products, right? See, I think I'll switch off the camera because my internet is having a troubleshoot. Uh, but I'm audible,
Okay,
right?
ma'am. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, you
ma'am.
are audible, ma'am.
It's clear, huh? The voice. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. So first, I will share a PPT. Before sharing a PPT, I want you to show your video. Is the audio coming?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear it.
I can hear only your voice, ma'am.
Only your
If
voice.
you're projecting something, you can.
It would be more convenient if you could share the video because it's not very clear on live call and it lags a lot.
Yes, ma'am. You can share the link on the group itself.
The
It'll
video
be more
voice is not.
convenient that way, ma'am.
The video itself is not getting projected.
Very nice video for the introduction. Boys, all this while I was teaching, I was not even realizing that it is disconnected. I want some um, class representative who can call up when I'm not connected. See, all this while I was just looking at the PPT and we were explaining. I didn't even realize that it was disconnected. Can we have some volunteer who can, during this time, can just give me a call saying that it's not connected or somebody, something like that? Who can be that volunteer? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
I want some volunteer who can call me and let me know if I'm connected or not.
Sure, ma'am. I'll do it.
Who is this?
Karthikeya.
Karthikeyan. Okay, Karthikeyan will, or any one of you if I'm not connected, my number is, I'll just put it on the Google Classroom. You can just, or Karishma and Chinmay might be having my number. You can take the number from them, or in the
Yes,
WhatsApp
ma'am.
group, it should be there, right? You can collect from the group and just text me, give me a call. The call will be better because we'll be on headphones and we'll be fully involved in the talk. So it's somebody, if they give me a call, it will be better. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you see this PPT now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will post that video on your Google Classroom. Definitely, you will have and realize that how important this subject is tomorrow when you do. If you have any plans to do your MS or something, you will realize how important the subject is doing in a wild way, right? So operations management in the, if you look at the higher studies level, it has high value there. So definitely with all those guidelines, we will just move on to the subject now. So operations management. So we're basically going to discuss the first unit, which is the introduction part. Now, when we talk about the introduction part, the majority of the contents I've already covered in the previous classes. I'm just going to make it in a more precise points, which will help you with understanding it better, right? So, operations management or productions management. First of all, we will first learn or try to understand what is. Can you somebody tell me what is the difference between production management and operations management? Boys, let's look at the PPT. What have you understood uh, from the material which I've shared in the last class? Am I audible? Because I'm seeing the PPT.
Uh,
Boys, are you there?
Ma'am, production management refers to
Uh,
dealing with raw
uh,
materials and its conversion to finished goods, while operations management deals
yes,
with the entire process, the business practices and everything.
very good, very good. So we have to understand by now that yesterday only when I saw the operations management is a key role which connects all the thing, and production management only sticks on to the effective utilization of machines, raw materials, men utilization, and converting all these raw materials into products, right? So they're only bothered about how much units of product they are producing. This is about production management, right? So this operations management is a process which combines and transforms various resources used in the production or in the operation subsystem of the organization into value added products. Sometimes it can be in the form of services also, but in a controlled manner as per the policies of the organization. When I say something called policies here, what do you mean by saying the policies?
Rules.
Rules, policies like when you have your production rate, right? So definitely there will be a sampling test which is happening there. When they do a sampling test, you have to make sure that whatever products you're manufacturing, mechanical industry, though we manufacture in vast numbers of screws, nuts, bolts, and all that, right? When we're talking about those kind of industries, when a sampling is done, the raw material which has undergone a quality testing, okay, it has to pass through this 98 percentage of having products passed. If it comes below that level, then the entire things has to go back to rework. Or see, those small products, every individual you cannot check. So they do a sampling test. In the sampling test, they have to pass that 98% target level. If they fail, then the entire thing has to go back for recycle or reinvestment, or it's actually it has to go through a reusing process. So it's uh, again a reinvestment for the organization. When there is a reinvestment, definitely there will be a loss for the organization. So this controlled manner as per the policies of the organization means it has to follow all the quality checks, all the safety checks before they manufacture their product, right? And now here in this next and the third point, we are clearly giving the differences between production management and operations management. Right? In the productions management, we are discussing about the set of activities that are involved in the production house or in the workshop, right? In the machine floor. Right from the raw materials arriving in the process, this raw material is getting converted into a final product. All those operations those are involved is called as a production management. Whereas in operations management, it involves all the operations right from what is the demand, what is the requirement of the society, right from choosing that product, then placing the tender, placing the getting your raw materials, from all that until the final product reaches to the customer. After reaching also is customer satisfaction. Whatever activities are involved are a part of operations management. Am I clear?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. The PPT is being shared, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. If you're clear with this slide, shall I move on to the next slide now?
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is, now, yesterday I spoke about functions within the business organization, right? See, if you look at my points here, I've just put in a very brief way. But yesterday, let me take one business organization, right? If I take some business organization, let me take some bottle manufacturing or some shirt manufacturing company or something like that, right? So if I take a shirt manufacturing company, the business functions will be right from having a role in marketing. What and all? Marketing then? Well, this is what we discuss. When you're working with the when you're talking about the functions within the business organization, the operations management has to have a knowledge of its marketing skills, its production skills, its human resource management skills, its finance management skills. In the last class, we all discussed about all this, right? So they have to need to plan, organize, and control the entire process in order to have a save good product in your market, and by having the good product you make some profit, right? So in case they encounter some problems, that should be taken into the next level of how to overcome the drawbacks. The decision analysis will help you in identifying the drawbacks or predicting the problems and all that, right? So this operations management has to, when you talk about the business functions, it has to have a knowledge of it has to have a knowledge of marketing, production, human resource management, finance, when you're talking within a business organization. Within a business organization, or operations manager has a key role in all these platforms of the organization, right? Then how this operations manager has to, he needs certain tools or he needs certain methods to identify the drawbacks or to make sure his system is working correctly, right? So what are the models he uses is aggregate planning models, right? For examining how best use of the existing capacity is working on in the short term. Then he also makes use of the break-even analysis to make sure that the volumes of raw materials are flowing in without any lags or without having any bottlenecks and all that, right? Then we also have linear programming and computer simulation softwares for identifying for the capacity utilization to have the right product mix. That is your product mix means definitely it is your raw material, machines. All these three combinations should be the perfect, right? So all that in your linear programming you will be able to judge to have the right quantity and have it in three different shifts to if your organization in three different shifts to have the raw material machines in an appropriate quantity so that your operations will not or any time the shift will not stop so that your production rate will the target whatever is maintained by the organization of having 30,000 shirts or 40,000 shirts, the target level is not stopped. You at the end of the day you cope up with manufacturing 40,000 shirts or something like that, right? And so this decision tree analysis is also a long-term capacity problem of facility expansion. This decision tree, I think you would have studied in your schooling or now only now also when you are studying the hierarchy, when you're studying about the history subject and all, when you have to study the hierarchy, you will use first the king, then the ministers, then the subordinates, then the locals and all that will come, right? Even the decision tree analysis is the same kind, but in a little more technical way, where the operation manager will use to find will find a solution for the problems he has encountered, right? And then we also use certain statistical models such as simple median model for determining the best location of the facilities. Okay, so these are functions within an organization. If you look at your textbook, it is a context where you will be speaking the operations management's role with respect to or its interconnection role with respect to marketing, operations, human resource management, and finance. Then, but what do they do on a general term? If you take, he has to plan, organize, control, right? Then, for control, what? The entire process, right from the raw material is converted into final product. But we cannot tell always this raw material will be smoothly converted into product. At sometimes they come across some or the other problems. When they come across some or the other problems, this operation manager needs certain tools or certain modes of analyze need certain modes where he can analyze this problem area. So what are they? They are aggregate planning models, break-even analysis, linear programming, then decision tree analysis, simple median models. These are the key models which are used by the operation manager to find out a solution for the problems they have encountered. Am I clear? Boys, are you
Yes,
getting
ma'am.
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have operations management textbook, the best thing is today the moment, see it's still for some time it's going to be only theory. So what I would insist you to do is I'll just look for the soft copy on the netline, and you also can try looking for the soft copy of operations management by Srinivas Reddy on the system on the online. If you find it, just go through it. If I'm this subject is very vast, okay. We have to make sure that we are sticking to the syllabus, and at some point we should not deviate somewhere. So you can also cross check. I'll also make sure that I cross check with whether I'm doing it in the right way. Okay. Does anyone have procured or ordered operations management online?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Just give me some time. I will request Srinivas Reddy sir only to just put a soft copy of the book, and then let me see how I can share this book along with you. Okay. Um, okay. So my two slides is clear. So I'm just going down to the next slide. Now, uh, before I go to the slide, we spoke about plan, organize, and control. Can somebody tell me what does this planning mean? Planning means the operation manager planning means what and all has to come into his uh, mindset.
Mainly includes prediction of how much to produce, work
Prediction
accordingly.
of how much to produce. Okay. Apart from that, somebody else? Others? Others? Darshan, Darshan, can you answer? Darshan, can you answer? First, I shared a print sheet. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not responding. Just a second.
Hello,
Yeah? Is it seen?
it's Darshan.
Darshan?
Yeah.
Darshan, can you add some more point to the planning? How do you plan?
So initially, you just note down some points like how much to produce and
Hmm.
stuff, and then also make some points about the marketing and all.
See, no, we'll be very precise. I don't want to marketing and all. See, you have to, if you have to study right now, you have to fix yourself that you have to think that you're going to go for some production company, or you have to keep in your mind when you're targeting while writing answer scripts also, you should think, or while studying the subject only, you should think that I'm working for some manufacturing organization and try to include your ideas based on those field only, right? So
Okay.
first, when we talk about planning, okay, when we talk about planning, what I'm typing is seen here on the print.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when we talk about planning, okay, so when we are talking about planning, so nowhere, no expert, even after 20 years service, none of them will tell that when they are starting some new operation or new project, he will always have the raw material. Okay, these three constraints will be raw material, money will not come into the operation production manager's role, raw material, machines, men. So he will be considering these three variables, right? This variable, let me call this as x, I'll call this variable as y, I'll call this variable as Z, right? In the planning phase, when you're trying to put down the formulation part, right? When you're writing the formulation for the first objective of your problem, that is, you need to plan for your production line. You need to know how much raw material has to go, how much machines will be fixed, right? So based on the machine count, you know the men constraint, right? So based on that, you have to target what will be your production output, right? So we call this phase as a formulation part. In the formulation part, you should say that so much X, you know your material, what is there in the buffer stock. Based on that, you will say, based on the machines, first you will decide how much material can go into the shop floor. So based on that, you will fix your material. Let me call it as X, X plus so much Y plus so much Z. Okay. You also should plan, if you have men in less, if they're working for two continuous shifts, then you have to bring about the money factor also. Money factor where you're going to give them extra OT, something they say, for them extra payment, which means to say that you're in the operations management, the money target also is going to increase. So usually the operations manager will not do that in giving the continuous shift until unless there is a worse scenario. So what he will do is, after one shift, he will give a lag for one more shift or put him on the night shift. If you make them work for a two continuous shifts, then there is a extra liability being laid on the organization. So we always say that we make sure that the men constraint also should be formulated in that portion of this component will be decided by the human resource management. Okay. So when you say x plus y plus z, he will not tell will be equivalent to will be equivalent to so much product. You will not tell it will be equivalent to so much product. Can you say by having so many things I can produce, if I buy 100 meters of shirt, can I say I can manufacture 5 shirts? Can I produce 5 shirts? That we don't know, right? Only on process we will know. So definitely he will tell it should be less than or equal to so much output. But there are certain situations, right? So you know that uh, the product is not at all in demand. Okay, you need to produce only four. Okay, so what you will tell, x plus y plus z must be greater than or equal to 4. Greater than or equal to 4. It should not go, sorry, when you have less constraint, you should produce less than or equal to 4. But here, you can have, when the amount of raw materials is available in vast, then it can have greater than or equal to m. You can produce n number, right? So that time you will going to frame this constraint. So in the planning organization, the operations manager must be very careful in analyzing and giving the optimum product mix for the organization. Is it clear? Now, what is now? This is about the planning. The planning, he has to have a detailed study of what much raw material is there, how much main component is there, how much machines are there, how many machines are available, how much can go through all the process. Some will have some lags, so he has to have a detailed knowledge of all these machines, and only then he can do the formulation process. Now, what is about organizing? What is about organizing? Boys, are you there? Or I'm out? Okay.
Organizing is getting all the activities together.
Now, what is about yeah, making sure that you said that X raw material has reached the job floor at 10 a.m. if the production is starting at 10 a.m. Right? And so many men have already reported, and the machines are working. Right? When you are organizing, you also should make sure that the people who are coming, there will be quality inspectors. The quality inspectors also should make sure that they keep randomly keep coming and checking for, they keep coming and checking for random checks and make sure that the operations are working in smooth. Since majority of the organizations are working in, the production organizations are working in automation, we have sensors which beeps down and gives us a signal saying that there is some interrupt or there is some bottleneck or some machine has failed. All these signals are immediately immediately the signals are reaching the operations manager, and the operations manager immediately will call the maintenance team for the setting up the target or fixing up the solution, right? So this is the organizing plan of the thing. Next, control. Control element in your functions. What is controlling?
Um, which monitors the entire manufacturing process and everything.
Monitors
Because
entire process. See, one when you're doing in the first set, right? So when you're doing the operation in the first flow, you would have had some drawbacks, or you know which system fails or which part of the component fails. So you know there is some problem with certain machine, right? In the control mechanism, what will happen is an extra crucial look will be happening there, so that there will not be any deviation in the production flow, right? So you should make sure that the flow flows continuously, and if there is a deviation, extra effort has to be taken by the maintenance engineer as well as by the quality inspectors to make sure that the component, good quality component reaches to the uh, uh, warehouse or it reaches to the sample check process. Is it clear? So controlling is basically a process in which you don't want to have any deviations or any recycle or rejection process. So you want your entire product to be converted into a final product. So this controlling ensures that your product has not gone through, product or process has not gone through any deviations, and finally your raw material is converted into a product. So this is the process of having a control technique in our operations management. Okay. So next I will. Why I started late? So soon everybody is typing your numbers in the thing. Can you see the slide? So when we look at the planning, you have operational, you need to forecast, you need to know what is the demand, what is the product that you need to manufacture. So you need to forecast. Then you need to have the processes, you need to know the product choices that you need to make. You need to have an operation capacity. When your capacity is, you cannot take orders which is beyond your capacity also. You cannot take orders which is less than your capacity also. If your production house has to work to the target point, then you need to have the right numbers. There is in a production house or in a job floor, if there is some machine which is not being used, then that means the company is going under a loss. So we have to make sure that the demand or the production rate has to utilize all the operations, or all the machines has to be equipped to undergo profit stage. Then operation capacity, then facility location planning. As I said, facility, if your if your service part of the industry is in what is that, Ghaziabad or somewhere like, you cannot have the production company, the service component is in Ghaziabad, you cannot have a production company in Kerala, because this traveling things only takes a lot of time. So the facility planning should be made in such a way that they are very closely associated, and shipping of big products should be easier. So the facility planning, the warehouse, your production house should all must be located very close in acquaintance, so that they will not have any delay in either the raw material reaching or final product reaching the system, right? I think in layout planning, we have either product layout or the process layout. Product layout is basically is something in which focuses on having a product. How when a product is manufactured, it has a certain process that has to be uh, it has to be linked with that product, right? So the layout is arranged based on the product demand, product needs, right? So such a layout will be called as a product layout. Process layout is a simple process. Suppose you have to do a casting process. So what you need to have, first you need to have the molding process. Then you need to have a process where next to that only you have inline you have a process of melting your metal, and the moment it is melted, immediately you need to pour them into the mold. The moment it is cold, you need a solidification process. After the solidification process, you need to remove the component. After the component, then it has to be cooled, and then it has to be stored. So if it is planned according to the process in which the product is being manufactured, then such a layout will be called as a process layout. Then yesterday also, when I was talking about scheduling, we had MRP schedule, we had material resource master schedule, we had material resources planning, right? So scheduling conversion system is also speaking about the scheduling system, and I will talk about the scheduling system and how to navigate planning, how to navigate planning, how to well decide about what is required in the planning here, right? So operation scheduling is also having the right product mix and scheduling them so that the three shift flows in smooth line. Then organizing speaks about job design, production, having a production project management, all these comes under the organizing component. The best tool that we can use for organizing is the PERT, that is the program evaluation review technique. Program evaluation review technique is a process in which you have a technique in which you can understand where there will be a lag, where there will be a slowdown of the process, what is going to hamper your system. All these things you can identify by this technique, and using this technique you can make sure that if there is a problem, then you need to give some extra effort which will be taken care by the controlling system. Then controlling material control. Controlling the first component will be material control, because the material in any production system is a huge demand or huge requirement by the production house. And if there is a lag in the material, definitely the entire production will be hampered. So this material has to be stocked in the inventory. Having too much inventory or having too little inventory, both are a problem for the organization. You need to have the optimum mix of inventory in the optimum mix of the raw material in the inventory. So you need to plan for it. Then material requirement planning. Material requirement planning, you can have bin cards, you can have a Kanban system to have the correct planning of raw materials into the system. Then I said, right, these controlling techniques can be carried out very easily by these Japanese manufacturing technique, in which or different techniques the Japanese technologies use for controlling and making sure your quality. They ensure the quality of the component. So this controlling is an important part of the. This Japanese technology is an important component of your controlling system, right? So here, what I've tried to explain.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
what I will do is, I'm somehow not very happy because simply you all, sometimes there is a tendency that people can just log in and move away. So now I'm going to call your attendance. I want you to switch on your mic and respond for your attendance. Is it clear? Sai, Suman, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sai,
ma'am.
answer your attendance. Students, all answer your attendance. Abhishek,
Yes, ma'am.
Abhish, Abhishek Narayana, Adarsh, Abhishek Narayana, Ajay,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Akram,
Present, ma'am.
Akshat,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay, you've logged in twice. Alap,
Present, ma'am.
My
Ankit,
phone and my PC. Because
okay, no issues.
Present, ma'am.
Ankit,
Present.
Ashutesh,
yes, ma'am.
Bibhan, I'm sorry,
Present, ma'am.
Bibhan,
You've had
Biban, Chinmay,
Present, ma'am.
Chinmay, Chaitanya,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Chandan,
Present,
Chandan,
ma'am. Present,
Karishma,
ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Karish, Darshan,
Present, ma'am.
Iba,
Present, ma'am.
Govindraj,
Present, ma'am.
Gudda Jayant,
Present, ma'am.
Gudda Jayant,
Present, ma'am.
Purushottam, Ritik Shah,
Yes, ma'am.
Jayant Vansali,
Present, ma'am.
Jitin,
Yes, ma'am.
Kartik K,
Present, ma'am.
Kiran V,
Yes, ma'am.
Mahesh,
Yes, ma'am.
Narendra,
Present, ma'am.
Neha,
ma'am.
Nikhil,
Present, ma'am.
Heman, Shimla Vatmish,
Yeah, it's
Shimla
present, ma'am.
Vatmish,
Present,
Nikhil,
ma'am.
Nitin S, Prajwal V,
Yes, ma'am.
Pranaya,
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Prayat, Princeton, Rakshit Priyan, Rishi,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Sanjay,
Ma'am, Rakshit present, ma'am.
okay, Sanjay,
Ma'am, Nitin, ma'am.
Nitin, okay,
Nitin
Sanjay,
S.
Nitin S, Saurabh,
Yes, ma'am.
Rishi, Satish
Ma'am, Mastan.
Kumani,
Mastan present.
Ma'am, mine is
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
present.
ma'am. Satish, ma'am.
Satish
Ma'am, Rishi is
Kumani, Satish,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Rishi is also given, Satish, Saurabh is given, then
Yes,
Shivam, Shivam Sundriyal, that's so painful, Shravan, Saluja,
Ma'am, Shivam is present.
Shravan present.
okay,
Yes, and 53 Shivam.
okay,
Ma'am, 48 also.
Shravan, Saluja, Siddharth, okay, that is
Shravan
Sanjay,
is
right? Siddharth present.
Ma'am, 42 Princeton present.
Siddharth. Okay.
Siddharth A, ma'am, and Siddharth R.
Siddharth, both are present. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Tarun,
Yes, ma'am.
Vipin, see those who have not answered attendances, Abhishek and Nitin.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Abhishek, unmute
Yes,
something. You're present? Abhishek Narayan. Okay.
Ma'am, Nitin or Nitin?
See, no, later Nitin also gave us attendance, correct? I've ticked marked him. Okay.
Hello?
Mohammed, can you please mute?
Yes, ma'am.
Mohammed, can you please mute? Yeah. See, students, by today's class, we are not asking any questions, but by next class, we will be posting some 5 questions on 5 or 10 questions on the content which we are delivering. So if you have paid attention, you can answer those questions. So based on the Google form or the based on those answering only, we will be giving attendance. So this is need to ask these questions. So for next class, make sure you attend the classes full attentively. Who's this? Shivam, you're doing on purpose? Shivam Kumar. So make sure you attend the classes regularly and be attentive to what the content we are delivering. Okay. Thank you then. Have a good day. Any doubts you want to ask?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay then. Thank you. Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.